Hello friend. I want to tell you about the Lexus NX car. Lexus NX shares the platform and some technical solutions with the 4th generation Toyota RAV4, but many parts are original to this model. These are even suspension elements, so you should not think that servicing the car will be cheap like Toyota's. In some areas, yes, but not in all. The suspension system uses McPherson struts at the front and a double wishbone axle at the rear. The shock absorbers can have electronically controlled damping force, F Sport version. The drive from the transversely mounted engine can be transmitted to the front wheels or to both axles, but depending on the engine version, in different ways. The petrol version uses an electromagnetic multiplate clutch, electronically controlled, which actively engages both axles when needed, but during normal driving, only the front drive. In the hybrid variant, the rear drive is realized by an additional electric motor, also only when needed. An interesting feature of the drive system is the use of a mechanical limited slip in the front differential. Engines. 2 powertrains were used in cars for the European market. The 2-liter petrol engine with turbocharging and direct injection develops 238 horsepower and is marked as 200T or 300T. It is equipped with a twin-scroll turbocharger, thanks to which it has very good performance in the lower rev range. The maximum torque of 350 Nm is available from 1,650 revolutions per minute. Thanks to this, acceleration to 100 km/h takes about 7.5 s. It was only combined with a 6-speed automatic. The second variant for Europe is a hybrid with a 2.5-liter naturally aspirated engine and an electric engine, or 2 electric engines. The total power of the system is 197 horsepower, which translates into significantly worse performance, but lower fuel consumption. According to reports from AutoCentrum users, the hybrid should burn about 8 L 100 kilometers. The 2.0 turbo petrol as much as 10.5 to 11.0 L 100 kilometers. The third drive version, available on Eastern markets or in the USA, is a naturally aspirated petrol engine with a capacity of 2 liters and a power of 150 HP, i.e. the engine known from the Toyota RAV4. This is an exceptionally rare variant on our market, combined with a continuously variable transmission, so I do not recommend it. Especially since the fuel consumption is rather high and the performance is poor. Which engine to choose? Choosing between the engines offered in the NX should be easy. If you care about performance, then the best option is undoubtedly the powerful petrol. If you care about fuel consumption, then the hybrid. On the one hand, if the car is to be used mainly for city driving or short distances, it is better to choose the hybrid version, but on the other, in such conditions it will not impress with its fuel consumption either. So the petrol version will be good, because high fuel consumption at low mileage does not matter that much. Ultimately, a matter of taste. Both engines are good, they break down very rarely, but the one installed in the hybrid is simpler and easier, cheaper, to repair. The 2.0 unit is technically advanced, so in the event of a serious failure it will require expensive repairs. In both engines, the engine oil should be checked, but not because it is decreasing, but quite the opposite, it can increase. Especially in a hybrid, which is used for city driving or short distances, a lot of petrol gets into the oil. If the oil level has increased, the oil should be replaced. It is best to change it quite often with such use, even every 5,000 kilometers. What's broken? The Lexus NX is a car that breaks down so rarely that you can use the term reliable here with full deliberation, which means completely failure-free. Hence its high prices and good opinions about it. Users complain more about the car's features, the smoother, which I mentioned earlier, or the ECVT gearbox, but not about faults. It is worth emphasizing that both automatic transmissions are characterized by great durability. When looking for information on the failure rate of this model, one might get the impression that all the faults are practically isolated cases. Some drivers have heating problems, others have multimedia problems. There were even reports in the US, but few cases, and still others have a stuck parking brake. But if we're talking about typical faults for this car, the only caveat may be the rising level of engine oil due to fuel getting into it, which you most likely won't read about in any rankings. Thanks for listening to me. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and rate my video. If you know any problems with this car that I didn't mention, be sure to write about them in the comments.